Okay, so now we are live. So good morning, everyone. My name is Ismail, and today I will guide this conversation about the use of technology by kids. So it's important to remember before we start that Talk and Talk is a community where we come to communicate in English, Spanish, Italian, and also French. This is a conversation, this is not a class. So it's important to remember too that we are not here to correct you, but to help you and to exchange our opinions. So, Priscilla, can you start introducing yourself?
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Priscila, and I'm living in Petrópolis. I'm married. I don't have a children. And the moment I'm learning about test software, quality assurance. And in my free time, I like watching movies, series, practice yoga, walking with my dog. I have a little dog. And so that's it about me.
Very good. Thank you so much. And what about you, Victor?
Hi, everyone. I am 32 years old. I am a software developer. I like to play basketball, guitar, ride skateboards. I live in Uberlândia, Minas Gerais. And this is it. Good morning.
Very good. Thank you so much. And what about you, Paulo?
Hi, my name is Paulo. I am 19 years old. I'm living in Itaperuna, a city in interior of Rio de Janeiro. I'm software developer student, and that is.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing about you too. So, as you know, my name is Ming. I'm 21. I live in São Paulo. I work as a teacher and I am also studying fashion. So, that's it about me. And let's start with the first question. What's the importance of technology? Do you think it's necessary that children use it and why? So, Paulo, let's start with you.
Well, the technology has a big importance in everyone's life, that help us to do tasks and communicate with others. Helps in all fields uh, of occupations. But for children, I think it's not a simple question, because depends on how the children will use, uh, how old the children is, and who will go to uh, provide some type of protection of what of the things that children can be in contact uh, using technology, because web is in everything today, and uh, all the places on the web can be dangerous for foreign children mind that don't comprehend some things yet. uh, can they can be convinced to buy something right in from her parents, and kinds like this. So I think it can help with can help children to do things too, like study something, entertainment, but with supervision to not going wrong.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it's important to have someone that will control the use of technology by kids. And I don't know, but I think like technology makes us lazy. Like sometimes we don't want to think a lot. So I think it's something that impacting our creativity too. So I think we need to have like a balance, yeah. So
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's different. You do a search in Google for help you and for give you an answer. Uh, you need help or you need copy something that there's a difference in how you use the technology.
yeah, we need to analyze, yeah, how we are using. So, and what about you, Priscilla?
So I consider it's important. The children need learn about the technology, use it in general, yeah. But the same said, Yasmin, it's important to put a balance. The parents need to put more control about that because some children don't have in general the children don't have a idea about that, about the hours, many hours to search in the computer. It's not good for to development your creative. Yeah, I agree with you said the same you said. And it's important because this moment you need to learn about that. You need to use it all the time. And of course, the children needs to more contacts about that. Yeah, for to desenvolve, for to use in the future. Yeah, but it's important to put control about that, about this time. Yeah, about the in general. But it's help the children doing process in the at school. Yeah, it's good. But yeah, so that's it. Put a balance here.
Yeah, to put like limits, yeah, because we know that some children they spend all the day like just using technology.
Yeah.
Very good. And you, Victor?
Well, I agree with you. I think it's very important to children to use technology to get adapted to it, because if we in our days like 90s and 2000, I think we have the embrace the technology too. It's not just the internet or something like that, but the technology that was happening those days. So I think it's good, because if the children don't get adapted to it, they will struggle to find a job later, because they are not adapted to it, nor they are not using to it. So I think it's very important, but we have to have boundaries for them. And I think the cell phone is not a technology that children must use, because cell phone, they are always watching videos and not using it for a good reason. I think this is it.
Yeah, very good. And I think like it's really weird how like when we think about technology, we just think about like computers or cell phones, but book is a technology too, yeah. So it's difficult. And What about the number 2? So what can we do to prevent that children use too much technology? If you had a child, what would you do about it? So, Priscilla, let's start this one with you.
So about that, I think it's important to put a limit, yeah, and to explain for your son, for example. I don't have children, yeah, but it's important to conversation about that, explain about tools, important tools, yeah, to use in this correct moment for to help us in that school, yeah. It's important to conversation in general, because the children don't don't have a intention, yeah, and in some moments, and need to understand about this word, yeah, about the technology, about the correct moment to use, to put the balancing in the time, yeah. It's important conversation about that, and put limit, yeah. And don't buy cell phone when I children has a until the 5 years. I consider it's not good, yeah. But you can put a limit. It's important to more control about that.
Very good. Yeah, I think it's difficult, but it's possible. Yeah, it's not something possible to do. So, what about you, Victor?
I think the way is to provide an environment that has something interesting beyond the technology, beyond the cell phones and video games. As I don't have children now, but my nephew used to be with us. So when he was growing up, and now he's 18, but when he was 8 or to 10, I used to teach him how to play basketball, how to ride skates, and play video games too, because I think it's very important to develop his analytics and learn English too, as I did in my time. So I think create an interesting environment is the way to prevent him to keep only to ride and playing video games in that time, because the internet was not so accessible. So I think it's the way.
Yeah, and I think like even in the past, like many children they spent like time like playing video game as you said, but like parents they control this, and they said, oh, okay, so you play too much video games, so now you can go like on the street and play with your friends. Yeah, so
Yeah, no, it's funny because I played a lot of video games, but I had the other things to do. And today I see the parents, they just say, you don't I don't want you to stay at the video game anymore. But they don't provide environment or other things the kids are to do. So I think this it's not the way, just to cut the technology and don't provide anything else.
yeah, you need to show them like the options, yeah, that they have. So, and you, Paulo?
I agreed with Vitor and Priscilla. Uh, you need to talk, to teach why the children can abuse of the technology. You need to choose the options of uh, what they can do, uh, activities to do uh, without any screen in front of you. And in the extreme case, there are softwares to limit the time that children can use the technology, softwares to block, to uh, uh, shut off the turn off the technology, the screen, uh, block the cell phone, interrupt the web access and things like that. So I think it's important that control.
Yeah, and I totally agree when you said that it's not just about to say, oh, you can't do this, but why? Yeah, you need to have limits. So this is really important. And now going to the next one. So do you think children is the number three? No, okay. Yeah, number three. In your opinion, how many hours a day should children use technology? Why do you think this is enough for them? So, Paulo, we can start this one with you. How many hours do you think is enough?
Uh, I think it's can be different because it's changed on how old the children is. Like before the 5 years old, I think it's most a bad thing than a good thing. The children has technology access all the time, view can view videos and watch videos and some things like that. But uh, as the children going older, the access can be more flexible and and when we talk about teenagers, uh, the limit is something most of well, don't uh, don't lost all your day in front that, but uh, it's changed about how the technology is being used. Like I used to study, so uh, my entertainment time, uh, I try to not depend on on technology, but if I go to play something or watch something, I don't I don't count uh with my study time, because when I'm studying, I'm not using for entertainment, you know. Uh, and so I think the time that can use the time can children use the technology can change for aspects like this. Like the entertainment is one thing, the study time is another thing.
Yeah, and I think this is a good option that you said. Like, if you are spending too much time on technology studying, try to do other things in your like free time, yeah, like without technology. So, and you, Victor, what do you think?
Oh, I agree with Paulo. I think we have different ages to use technology, and but in general, I think there is no a span time to use it, because as I said before, children must be uh, used to use technology. So to learn things and anything else, because like in school, if you use a computer, a notebook to study, it's a way to use, it's the goal. So you can use to learn something, as Paulo said. I use my computer all day long for work, for studies, for playing guitar. I look for some tabs. As I play video games, I use the computer, so kids can do that too. But I think they must do something outside the technology for their bodies to develop their bodies, like a sport or something like that.
Yeah, I think like some activities like related to memory too. I think it would be nice because I don't know about you, but as I increase it like my use of technology, my memory is terrible. So, and what about you, Priscilla?
So I agree with us because it's in this moment you use the technology all the time. It's normal, yeah. But it's important to separate, of course, the time of the to study and the children to fun. Yeah, it's important to separate this time and to control about that because you need to pay attention for the to put more many hours in the fun and in the study. Not, yeah, it's control, yeah, but it's important to separate and to observe, yeah, this comportment and um, try the put your children, your son, for example, in the order position. Yeah, for example, do you play with your friends in the street? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, to to try put your mind the order play. It's good to know about the technology, but the other things. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I think it's really related to what Paul said, like to show them that they have more options. Like the last weekend, my cousin came to my house and she's like 9 years old, and I was like trying to think about things that we could do. And I said, "Oh, but Livia, what do you do like when you are not like in the school?" And she was, "Oh, I don't watch TV, but I read the Bible." And I was like, "Oh, you don't watch TV?" Really? So, and I was, "Oh my God, what I will do with these children that don't watch TV?" So sometimes we think that it would be nice to live without technology, but how? Yeah. So, and going to the next one. So talking about this, that like going to the street to play. So do you think children are losing their childhood because of technology? What are the impacts of it on their lives? So, Victor, what do you think?
Oh, I believe so, because they are not creating physics relationship with children, other children. So I use in my time to run streets, lose the tip of the toe, and things like that. So I think it's great memories when you play with other children and have this meaningful things, because when you are playing video games and uh, um, playing video games and going internet, you don't create as much memories as playing live, as we say. So I think that there's a lot of impacts in children's adulthood, because they don't learn how to communicate, how to speak, and to many people in a room. For example, I struggle to communicate because in my late 10 to 15, I used to play too much video game. I used to stay at home. So when I come outside and for work or something like that, I don't have good communication skills. And I'm trying to improve this for the last 7 years, or more or less. So I think it has a huge impact for them in the late, in even in the childhood. It's not so good for them.
Yeah, I think it impacts a lot on the way that we communicate with people. And I think we could see this because of the pandemic too, yeah. Because like we spent a lot of time like inside our houses, and now we have some problems too. So, and not just because of technology, yeah, because we didn't have contact with people. So, and you, Paulo?
Uh, I think the technology itself, it's not the can't can't have all the guilty of that losing childhood. But I agreed with Vitor uh, in the aspect that the the abuse of the use uh, can make the communication skills of the child uh, very weak. Uh, but they have tools to minimize that damage, or uh, don't have that damage, because uh, their online games, their app to talk with with other persons. But all the things on web, it's dangerous, like I said on the start. So all these things need some careful to do. But I think the technology is not the guilt of uh, children losing childhood. I think the childhood itself change of like when I born to now, and I'm very young. So uh, the lost childhood, I not agree that the technology is the guilt, but the world itself changes, like how the children will going through the step of life.
Yeah, you said something really important, that it changes a lot the way that people enjoy the life too, yeah. So sometimes we think that they are not enjoying, but they are. And maybe they are creating memories too. So I think it's difficult like to think about this because we have a certain like thoughts about how is to enjoy the life, and the new generation have others. So and you, Priscilla?
Yes, unfortunately, in my opinion, it's the same Vitor and Paulo said. Eh, this situation, it's complicated because the children, the childhood, it's a bad impact, yeah, because the children don't have contact, more contact about the technology, or during pandemic, yeah, the same said, Jasmine. In my opinion, it's hard because in the future, the children or in the moment, yeah,
She's down.
Yeah. Oh, let's see if she sure will come back. I don't think so. So I think while she's trying to solve, we can go to the next. Let's see. So what about the, I think we kind of like answered the next one, the number 5. So Priscilla, go ahead.
my internet, I don't know. So about this question about the technology effect, yeah, I consider it's a big problem because the children don't have more contacts, yeah, don't play the same in the past. Yeah, the childhood is totally different, I consider, because the children in at the moment they use more technology, don't play in the streets, don't meeting with your friends, yeah, and because that it's possible to have a problem in the future or in the moment about the emotions. You don't have a problem, health problems, psicológicos, yeah, and you affect too, in my opinion, about creative, because you don't play, you don't invent a history. For example, when I play with the bonecas, for example, you can create put imagination in productive, yeah. It's bad in my opinion, yeah. I think that it's a big problem in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think like they are like kind of like abandoning their toys because of this. And yeah, I think it's more common to see like babies playing with other things, like with cups and things like this. But like children that they are like 10 years old, we don't see them playing like dolls anymore. Like
Yes.
I played with a doll, and I think when I stopped it, I was like 14. I was the last one to stop to play with dolls here. So, and talking about this, what do you think about child safety rules that protect children from social media platforms, such as YouTube? And do you think they work like properly? So, Priscilla, we can start this one with you. What do you think?
So it's important to pay attention about that, because you need control and protect about the accessible some platforms, social media, yeah, because sometimes the topic is not appropriate, and you need, I don't know, put software to control the children don't access about that, about the specific social media. And yeah, I'm thinking that.
Very good. And what about you, Paulo? What do you think?
I think it's a good thing. Have the safety rules in social media, in some platforms, but one negative point of this is that safety rules it's relative weakly. So In the most case, you can create account like you born on uh 100 years uh, before, and the platform will accept. So there are some problems in this, but um, doing some rigid rules, most difficult to go in truth, it's a good thing. Can help with protection of the children.
Yeah, you said like something really important because like we can like lie on social media. Yeah, we can say that we are, as you said, like 10 years, like 12 years old, but we are not. And like it's something that we see, yeah, like many adults talking with children, and children think that they are children too. So it's really complicated, this. And you, Victor?
Well, I think this safety rules, it's good, but it's very um, superficial, because as Paulo said, we can create accounts with different birthdays, so children can access everything else. And in social media, we don't have any control, so children can talk to anyone and think they're children, and even they can expose their pictures, and we have different problems about that. So I think it's good, but they are not effective.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think they are good, but in some aspects they are not so good. Yeah. So, and I will go to the number 9. So, is technology a great tool for children's education? Do you know any apps that help them to learn important things in an efficient way? So, Paulo, what do you think about this one?
uh I think it's a great tool, like the gamification of the learning process can help a lot, uh, mainly for the children who not can uh, push ourselves to, oh, I need to study, I need to stay here studying, like they have some difficult to control the study time, the to understand the importance of the study. So all the gamification uh can help with this. I don't remember specific apps now, but one one example is like Duolingo to study language. So it's a good app. It's easy to use, to comprehend what uh, they pass to you of content, uh, and has the all this gamification uh, process of, oh, you have records, you have points and friends to share the information, and this helps a lot when the subject is attention and the will to study for yourself.
Yeah, I think some children they really have this problem like with focus, yeah. So I think this kind of apps and some videos too can help. So what do you think, Victor?
I agree with Paulo. I think the technology, for me, it's the greatest tool to, we say technology, but I would say web. Internet is the greatest technology to learn something. There is everything there, so you can learn anything. And the gamification, in Duolingo, it's a great app to learn a language. For the first time, I see like Duolingo is for the first touch to a new language. It's the great tool, and sometimes the gamification became a problem because some people are more concerned by the points than what they are learning. I used to choose a platform for learning some software development, and the kids, I always say kids, but most people, the young people, are just concerned about the points that they give in the platform. So there is two sides of this coin. But I think it's very important. Then the greatest tool is the internet, where you can find anything else there.
Yeah, and I think
I
yeah, and
sit
I
there,
think
but we are here now.
yeah, but I think like at the same time that we have a lot of options, sometimes we feel like lost, yeah, because oh, we have many options, so what do I do? So and you, Priscilla.
So yes, about technology, it's very a good tools for to help us the children's education. You can use the websites to search about something and watching videos, yeah, you can help us too. And the same Paul said, Duolingo, I consider a good apps, yeah, for to learn, to understand some these phrases, these words, yeah, it's good too, I agree. And yeah, I consider general, it's necessary to use I don't remember the name in English, aproveitar, yeah, these tools for to help us about your education, about the works, yeah, the future. It's very good to the development this because it's help us in the future, yeah. It's very good.
Yeah, I think it's not like something bad, like to have contact with technology, because we will need to use this more and more. So, but I think we need to know what is good and what is not for us too. Yeah.
Yeah, to separate for example, the talks, yeah, to it's more important for you, yeah, in this moment. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. So, guys, that's it for today. I want to thank you all. So,